and welcome to this week's track guide from Richmond International Raceway. I'm Justin Petschauer of Petschauer Motorsports.
Matt Bussa from Gale Force Sim Racing.
Logan Clampitt from ineX Racing.
And here's this week's hot lap from Richmond International Raceway.
Hey guys, I'm Racing Chewy Side here at Richmond as we get a good run out of 4, but I'm going to say this right now, braking is going to be a little difficult to explain. We're on the front stretch, right? There's a line way back there, the caution light, and these signs. You're braking when that pretty much comes into the center of your view. A little shallow entries, so we're not way out next to the wall, and we're holding that brake anywhere from 30 to 50% all the way through the corner, trail braking, and while it starts turning down, we're releasing the brakes slowly, and then at that point, you're letting it roll, like you see here, and once it keeps turning, that's where you get back to the throttle. And I will say here, it gets loose out of this corner because of the transition from banking to straight. And we make our way to 3, so we got the safer barrier there and the sign. We're letting out of the throttle, taking a little bit of a wider entry, and we're driving it down to the bottom using the same amount of brake. Once it touches that line, get back to the gas. There you are for a 28.86.
This week's race is 200 laps, 150 miles around a 0.75 mile track. Pit road speed this week is 40 miles an hour. And for the strategy this week, I'm going to turn it over to Logan Clampitt. Logan?
Thanks, Justin. What you're going to want to do is probably 67 laps for a full run, or you could do 100 laps. It always depends on cautions or something. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, Logan, I think either strategy could work. It really depends on how your car is handling on the long run. On the first NAS race of the week, we actually had a 102 or 3 lap run to start the race. And I decided to go with a 100 lap strategy. And thankfully my car was handling fairly well over the course of the run, so I was able to do that. However, I saw a few guys that were getting fairly loose around lap 50. So for them, they went ahead and pit around like lap 67. And in the end, both are pretty equal, I would say. Once rubber gets laid down on the track, the line could move around just a little bit, especially in turns 3 and 4. No more than one lane up you'd want to go, and you can get a nice run off. And of course, this also depends on the weather. If you get overcast weather, the line probably is not going to change off the bottom. However, the warmer it gets and the slicker it gets, the more the line will change.
Thanks for tuning in for this week's NIS track guide from Richmond International Raceway. Tune in next week when we go from a 0.75 mile track to the biggest track on the NASCAR calendar, Talladega Superspeedway, for 94 laps, 250 miles from Talladega, Alabama and Talladega Superspeedway. Until then, keep all 4 wheels on the track and enjoy the racing.